Raise your hand if you've got your Patty certification. Well, come on in. Let's watch some fights here at the Atlantis. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. Up first is the Artist, and they will have a power advantage here. Up against them, Steamboat. And this fighter loves to catch and shoot, a counter fighter. Fighting as a bantamweight in this, you always wonder about the weight cut in these divisions. How much do they have to drain before weigh-in?
There's an amazing reach advantage, which you do not actually realize is there until you get popped by that jab. The distance that's created is ridiculous.
First up we have the Artist from Portugal. They are the WBC, IBF, and WBO champ. The last time we saw them, they won by knockout, looking to do the same here. And they'll be facing Steamboat.
This bout is scheduled for 12.
So much high hopes for this battle between these two athletes. Straight right just misses. Nice uppercut. The most difficult punch to land clean, and he just did it there. He got caught clean by a left hook. You know, they have an amazing relationship with their coach. They've been working together for a while now, and it's really paying off. So close with that uppercut. Can't find a home with that jab. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
This is a historical moment. Not many boxers get to 50 fights. An absolute warrior. Stiff jab. That hook doesn't score. A big whiff with the right hook. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no depth. Here we go, it's round two. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You know, we may be in for a short fight. This fighter, an absolute animal. Look at the KO percentage. Hold on to your seats, folks. Nice job by him to block that jab. He caught him with a left hook. So much for defensive abilities. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
And he caught him with a left hook. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. An upset of the year, perhaps, right before our eyes. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Counter punching. Well, this fighter loves throwing hooks. Their opponent has got to watch out for them. He parries that left jab away. And he scores with the counter. Looking to land the hook. They exchange punches. The stamina is off the charts. They're entering the twilight years of their career now. How many fights do they have left in them? There's a counter shot. A perfect counter lands. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Big swing and a miss with the hook. Can they finish it? This could be the end. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Trying to land that jab. You know, we have to rank them as one of the best in their weight class. Throws the jab but does not score. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. This fighter has a very good win-loss record and will be tough to beat. This may do it. It's all coming to an end. See a knockdown.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
A lot of effort being exerted here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. I promise you, all 3 judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the 5th. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
It's nothing but air on that left uppercut. Perfect counter shot. Holding nothing back here in the round. Throws the uppercut but misses. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night.
I got to stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. What a massive upset this. And down goes Steamboat. Let's see that again.
A shot from the gods took him out.
The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
Can make or break a fighter.
Let's start the sixth. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Missing with the hook. Missed with that right uppercut. He just misses with that jab. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. And they got caught, and Steamboat goes down. What a knockout headshot. Let's watch it again, and they knew it when they threw it.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
Not the best of... Hold her right there. What's the referee thinking right now? So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
I love the response.
And there's the bell for round 7. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
careful they don't punch themselves out here. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Are we about to see a first-round knockout? Keeping those gloves, and the artist has been dropped. Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See you again.
Apparently it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
He's got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it, because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in the round.
Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be we just saw.
You're being put down.
And there's the bell for round 8. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
And that's a knockdown as Steamboat heads to the canvas. And there's no doubt about it as we see it again. That body shot did them in.
I need to see that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
A knockout victory. That's not a knockout victory. That is somebody saying, I'm here. I've arrived. Try that again. It will happen all over again.
Ladies and
First up.
This bout is scheduled.
One of the hottest. And there's the bell for round one. These two were made for each other. Stumbling around in potholes. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Bing Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Whoa, and you saw the balance go. The knees, the foundation, rocked. I thought that was, hold that thought. This may do it. A much better game plan here. Whoa, wait a minute. Whoa, and you saw the bounce, and Steamboat goes down. It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4. Are you okay?
Well, they're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe or do they play defense here?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after. Here we go for round two. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They've staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
You're looking at the king of the ring, but how long will it last? Will they defend their undisputed title? He threw a punch and just got countered. Can't score with that jab. Why weren't they more cautious? Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Well, they're going deep into the gas, and the artist has been dropped. And look at that body shot. They couldn't have thrown it any better.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4. You are ready.
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
Todd, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it.
Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knock. And there's the bell for round three. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? You know, they have an amazing relationship with their coach. They've been working together for a while now, and it's really paying off. Straight right just misses. Will the referee step in? Just one punch away from getting the momentum back.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What will they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just...
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. This could be the end. I thought we were going to see the finish there. Did you see that? Will the ref... And down goes Steamboat. And look at that shot to the head, and there's no way they were going to stand up to that one.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
Here we go to the fourth round. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Just missed with that hook. Did you see that? The defense failed them. Good job trying to back out of trouble. Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. And at some point, the corner needs to think about stepping in here. Looks like trouble was averted.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
His stamina is off the charts. That counter shot lands. Punch caught him clean. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. The straight right just misses. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
You can't leave it up to the judges.
Time for the fifth round. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
You know, we may be in for a short fight. This fighter, an absolute animal. Look at the KO percentage. Hold on to your seats, folks. These two fighters are made for one another. Beautiful counter punch. You pulled it right there. The building is going bananas. Will they see a huge upset here? Nothing else he could do there but take a knee to stop the beating.
Best thing the fighter did, otherwise, you know what? Pride's going to get you knocked out.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Perfect counter lands. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. A swing and a miss with the right hook. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
And there's the bell to start round 6. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round.
And down goes the artist. Now that is a massive knockdown.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you continue.
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
This boxer is a real hook specialist. Their opponent has got to watch out for that. Here was the defense. And that's a knockdown as Steamboat heads to the canvas. As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it again.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we still want to fight.
Can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
He's up.
Oh my goodness, Johnny! And they got caught! And down goes Steamboat. How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
I need to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen,
We are live at the CompuBox Academy. The time is now as we get set for what should be an incredible matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. Rocky Marciano. He's only 179 centimeters tall with a reach of 173 centimeters. And up against him, Big Larry Holmes, one of the all-time great heavyweights, tipping the scales at 213 pounds.
Brawlers are a nightmare. You've got to be strong and fit.
He is Rocky Marciano. And here comes the Eastern assassin, Larry Holmes, the man that beat Muhammad Ali but never has really gotten his just due. Criminally underrated. Let's see what he's got in store for us in this one.
Todd, can you spot the reach difference? Can you spot it? Look at that.
This bout is scheduled for 15 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, here is a Hall of Fame legend from Brockton, Massachusetts, a Ring Magazine world champion, and an undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, the Brockton blockbuster, Rocky Marciano. Fighting out of the blue corner from Eastern Pennsylvania, here is one of boxing's all-time greats, the heavyweight champion of the world, known as the Eastern Assassin, introducing Larry Holmes.
Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Todd, as a young man, this is the Mecca. This is the place you want to be. This is it.
No doubt about it. This was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. Marciano with one of the best right hands in boxing history. If he catches you flush, it's good night. Throws the jab, but does not score. And he just missed with that left jab. Tried to score with the jab. So much pre-match drama before this showdown. Who could forget what we saw yesterday at the weigh-in? These two boxers are finally ready to get it on.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Nice defense on that hook. What you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
This fighter has been described as a swarmer, that fighter who attempts to overwhelm their opponent by applying constant pressure.
Swarmers, you can go back in boxing history. When you've seen them, when you've seen the best of the best swarmers going, you understand how hard it is. It looks exciting from the outside in. Imagine being right in there.
A perfect counter shot. He threw a punch and just got countered. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. The jab doesn't quite connect. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Nice counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Dominance without a doubt.
Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. And he scores with the counter. Johnny, a lot of fighters focus on their defense with their hands up. This fighter focuses on their defense with their footwork, moving on those angles, staying out of danger.
If you're an outside fighter, you've got to use that straight jab, the straight right hands, the straight left hands. Doing it that way, it makes it so awkward for anybody to try and pin you down or even predict which way you're moving.
Nice slip to avoid the jab. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Beautiful counter shot. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
He's got a massive reach advantage. Let's see if he uses it.
Very smart, very sharp. This is a fit young man style that he's got to get inside that long reach. Not many fights can do that.
You'd like to see more jabs. Beautiful counter punch. Jab slightly off target. We wanted action, and they are delivering. The straight right just misses. Nice counter. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the table. There's the bell to start round three. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
They call it the glory division. There's nothing quite like a heavyweight fight. It doesn't take much to win it. There's a counter shot. Caught him. Missing with that jab. How about that time counter shot? This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
You wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of a shot from that heavyweight. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
One punch could change everything in this battle. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Well done with that counter shot. They exchange punches. Oh, what a punch. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Nice counter shot. And a round that seemed like
You have the advantage because I don't see your stamina or health, but you are playing well.
Only one round that you lost. Don't worry about it.
I think it's gonna be difficult for me, but I'm gonna try.
You're not even in the same league as him. Come on, switch on, get your boxing back together, and get back out there and win the round.
Ready to go, but you've got to be smart, otherwise he'll see it and he'll ride it out.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer. They are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a cliff. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Misses with the jab. Neither fighter willing to slow down. That jab misses. He's in there with a Hall of Famer, a legend.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Caution is being thrown to the wind. Nope, that jab not going to score. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Catch and shoot. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. He is down big time on the score.
Wow, it was like two different leagues.
Back on the job. That was a god-awful round that was. Come on. You let him back into the fight. And you're...
Great work. I love that. I love that. That jab's slick. The jab's work.
Come on, switch on, get your boxing back together, and put him back in his...
Great work. Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight. Great.
And there's the bell for round 5. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
We wanted action, and they are giving us action. A perfect counter lands. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
So you're getting in there with somebody that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get him close.
It's Rocky Marciano who hits a counter punch. Good counter punching. Counter punch caught him clean. Miss with that jab. The straight right just misses. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting. Hold it right there. Oh, Larry Holmes just got dazed. Looks like trouble was averted.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot...
Let's start the 6th. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Oh, do you believe this? Rocky Marciano is down! That punch to the head looks so good live. Let's see it again in slow motion and really appreciate it.
A shot from the gods took him out.
One, two, three, four, five, six. Give me your ball.
How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues? You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
Even I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Are you okay?
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
At the halfway point, there's no doubt who's won this round so far.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket him.
That punch landed. That uppercut misses. Good counter punch. That counter shot lands. You up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Well, Johnny, how do you rate the
Well
performance
done.
after this
Well done,
stoppage?
Undertaker.
Just like another
Well done.
TKO. It's Teddy Pendergrass all over. TKO is spot on.
You deserve it. Whoa. 5 rounds. No, 6 rounds. You won 4. Nice one. So, thank you so much because you play with me. Leave the like and subscribe. You're gonna play next time I play this game. So I want a revenge. And thank you so much for this game. And I'm gonna finish the live. Thank you and goodbye.